at restrictor plate tracks. Also a little bit discouraged with how there was a gap between his own race cars. So what did he do? He implemented a specialized team completely dedicated to restrictor plate racing. Less than a dozen people. Oh, and we've got trouble on the track, and it's Kyle Busch upside down.
Big time crash. Kyle Busch goes upside down and rolls down across on his roof here on lap 26. Cars comes back over, and now side over side barrel rolls and comes to rest on its wheels. Much here now. Kyle Busch, left side of your screen in the 5 car.
He moved to the outside to go around Casey Mears. It looked like Tony was going to go out there to help him, and it could have possibly been a little bit of contact. Yeah, it doesn't always have to be, because you can get yourself out there and all of a sudden the air's changing, and just a horrific wreck. But once again, Kyle Busch gets out and walks away. We sure did a lot of damage.
Looks like the 4 truck gets a little sideways. He might have made a slight bit of contact
with the 10
with the 10 of Terry Cook. Watch the 4 truck. Kelly Sutton's going to come along and clip her.
She was out of control a little bit coming in there. You could see that she was just trying to recorrect when she got into that 4.
Yeah, she was sideways. She had lost control coming in. You can see the radiator leaking there. But
we didn't test
start
here.
finish line. Logano comes down into Paul Menard. One car gets up on top of a group and goes flipping over and over, and the 30 lands on its roof. That's Parker Kligerman,
Cole Witt's teammate that just wrecked in that first caution.
Jack Smith, number 2, is now in the lead. The Walls in 47 is second on the 5th lap. Oh, look out there! Watch out, end over end! Look at that car, end over end!
Miles an hour in qualifying. Oh, we have trouble in turn number 2. Johnny Anderson flipping the 3rd place car has crashed on turn number 2. Anderson's car totally destroyed.
Problem.
Oh, there's trouble.
Car out of control all the way up and over is the number 29.
Robert Presley.
Around goes Presley, and he picks
No serious injury. I mean, is that unbelievable? It just...
Cars sliding behind. You ever see David Green, the cat car, coming off the corner, and Derek Cope loses control. He goes up, slams in the 96 car, hard blow to the wall. He gets up on his roof, slides down the racetrack, and somewhere about here it's going to go back on its wheels. There it goes over and on its wheels.
Andy LaJoy in blue goes up on Dick Trickle, comes bouncing off the wall in Las Vegas. He goes across this brand new track upside down.
Hall already together, and there came Tim Fedor. A hard hit. He ends up on his roof.
Recently read an interview you did where you talked about the idea or the concept of safety and
Daytona Dream ended 1 lap too soon.
Watch right here when they make contact. He's in a straight line, makes contact there without Andy Hillenberg, who was right behind him, run right in the back of him.
And you see McLaughlin lose control there after he bounced off of Hillenberg as Atwood flew up and over him. Here's a look from behind.
Didn't take much, but right into the back and turned him right into the wall.
You know, it almost looked like Mike McLaughlin might have been pushing Andy Hillenberg, and he had no way to back off.
They were coming down to get the white flag, and certainly were going for it.
Watch this.
You're riding with Mike McLaughlin.
No. Definitely Andy Hillenberg got in the back of him. That's all.
Well, we've heard that too much today.
Wow.
saw the officials with the caution flag out very quickly as leader Randy LaJoie came to the flag. But as we mentioned, LaJoie not sure if he had passed under the caution or not. Came around at speed.
Half hour left in the final practice. You're riding with Elliott Sadler. There's the tire blowing. There's the first time over. Second, third. How many times did you go over, Elliott?
I think we ended up 12 times before it was all said and done. It's definitely the scariest time of my life, but I tell you what, the wood.
And she lost about 10 spots. Oh, we got trouble coming off of 2 already.
Matt Kenseth is around a hard hit. Kenseth took a hard hit.
Oh, we got somebody on the head.
Donnie Nuremberg in 52 goes tumbling down the backstretch and then in the inside wall.
Sauter involved in it, and that the thing about this race.
Incidents of the entire test session for all 3 series on the backstretch. Eric Almirola from Joe Gibbs Racing makes some contact coming down the track and ends up on his roof. Fortunately, only the car was damaged. It was a very scary looking tumble, mostly because he was upside down for quite a while.
In the spring, that's Brad in the black car. They're racing for the win. Carl said he may have come down just a bit. Brad held his line to keep from going over the yellow line. Ryan Newman gets wrecked, and Edwards flies into the fence. Now today,
for the look. Okay, does that qualify? Everything's going to get crazy? Yeah, I think that's crazy.
Because it had been a while, but I spent about $650,000, so I wasn't too happy about that part. But the racing was good, and up until we got upside down, we were kind of running. We weren't in the red yet in our pocketbook, but that surely put us there.
Spoken like a true car owner, my friend. Stand on that thing, man. Crowd her up, get her tightened up, get on up there.
Yeah, we're willing. We're ready and willing. Trust me. We've been making some crazy moves, trying to figure out what we can do to get that track position we lost early, but. That long run.
Last lap, David Reagan, David Rudiman.
Yeah, David Reagan obviously gets into the wall hard, comes back across, collects David Rudiman. Vicious impact to that inner barrier wall there, which is solid steel. Both of those guys walked away from this incident, but we learned a lot when we saw that.
So change
Prior to today, the only place where big trouble. That's the rookie Suarez up and over Regan Smith, the big one at Daytona in the Tri-Oval.
Backwards because he chose the right. Oh, he's in it. Reckon. Joey Logano. Up and over Logano. And Keselowski is in it. Oh. And Bell for this front. Oh, against Bell into the wall. Off of the front bumper of Custer, and up in the air goes Ryan Preece. And for the second time in his career, he is flipping at Daytona. Good grief. Off the front bumper, we were talking about lap before. Custer got to his bumper. That thing went side to side, and he couldn't hold on to it. It was one too many. Ryan Preece, a couple of years ago here, flipped down the backstretch after.
Going to crash on the home stretch. A car upside down.
And that's
a
Richard
blue
Petty.
car. It is Richard Petty.
No, I was.
spikes, hits the retaining wall, but lands right side. King is trapped in the wreck. Visible ripples in the sand set up shock waves that torture suspension and steering. Look out! Bill Norcott is trapped in the wreck.
These are stragglers too, even though they might not look like it. Whizzing past terrific speed. But there's Teague in number 6 right after them. Teague likes the high road into the north turn. Look at there, another car's turning over. It's our friend Joey Ray. It's almost the same place that Purser upset in the first lap. That sand is rough and treacherous. This can happen to the best of them. Track officials rush to help Joey Ray, the movie stunt driver. It's a wreck. He turned over. Another car hits him. The first crash of the race in 18 laps. The NASCAR official waves the yellow caution flag. The cars slow down.
41 Chevy.
Trouble in turn number 1. Mark spins out of control. The whole pack is involved. Cars tumbling through the air. Over on twisting around and hit again as it comes back to the bottom of the racetrack in the corner. A savage crash in turn 1. Several cars involved.
I remember waking up in Birmingham.
Okay, that's Bobby Hillen in the car 77 down on the inside. It looked like he and Brett Bodine got together. Here comes Bobby Labonte. He's going to hit the Brett Bodine car, roll over on his top, slide down the track on his top, then it'll flip back onto the wheels.
That had to be an eternity for Bobby Labonte. You could see him lock it up in the 18 and try to fight his way to the bottom to get out of this mess.
Mark Martin has picked up where he left off before. One car spinning, the car number 41.
Johnny Benson, as a car takes a roll as it slid backwards, apparently the air just picked.
Position when this incident took place.
Okay, there's Buddy Baker down on the inside of him, and Buddy touches him. Buddy Baker does indeed touch Rick Mass, gets him sideways. There's Mark Martin right behind him. And you see when he comes down off of that banking, the air gets under it. That left a big space there that the air could get under it, flip him up on the roof. There's Joe Ruttman coming up on him. He slides up to the high side of the racetrack on his roof, touches the outside wall, slams into there, and Rick, he said, "Where am I?" He's got to wonder where in the world he is. And then he just slides all the way down the track for several hundred yards. And the safety crew is there with him now as we see his car continue to slide down off of the racetrack. Fortunately, everybody else got by, did not hit him.
This incident taking place at lap 165, 23 laps to go. Rick Mast, the contender to win it all, comes up in a serious incident as he and Buddy Baker tangled on the 18-degree tri-oval here.
Now, this kind of barrel roll is usually associated with super speedways. Doctors made Rusty stay in the hospital Friday night, but he was the first driver at the track on Saturday.
Petty's car goes airborne, end over end. He gets hit again as the car came to rest at the entrance to pit road. Petty's car is really smashed.
But take a look at this moment. That is Michael Waltrip, out of control, tri-oval, into a series of sidewinders. 9 shattering snap rolls. Less than an hour later, he was out of the infield care center into his Winston.
Really good race car. Here's that qualifying lap Friday afternoon. Gets that left rear in the dirt. The Caterpillar car goes around, backs in the fence, and watch this, climbs that fence and does a slow roll over, lands on its wheels, and Ward got out through his helmet.
Slick stuff. She started coming around, just held on, and knew it wasn't going to get pretty.
Boy, you say road courses aren't exciting and can't be a little bit dangerous. Kenny Schrader just
on there.
Whoa! Oh, look out! We got trouble. This is going to hurt.
Uh-oh.
Oh, my.
Yep. Keep your fingers crossed.
Whoa, there he goes.
Oh,
there
Bickles around, and Earnhardt got him, and up and over goes the 21 of Quaffle.
Another Richard Childress car, and this one is upside down.
9th caution, lap 183, so close to the finish. And
Big track.
Holy cow, the car upside down on the back straightaway.
Carl Long has crashed hard and collected Bobby Labonte in the process. Team could switch points.
Whoa, guys, whoa, whoa. Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. I have never seen anything like that in my life. He hit that wall a ton. Oh, my God.
Joey Logano.
Big crash.
Oh, he's upside down.
Over and over, Logano goes between 3 and 4.
No.
The car will come back to rest on all 4 tires. Accident, 5 laps to go at Talladega. Chain reaction, the 14 gets in the wall, 39 contact with a 29, and suddenly he is airborne and comes to rest right on the hood of the 29 car of Harvick right there. And then across the racetrack, the pirouette and the roll. Boy, Elliott Sadler did a nice job to get his car woe down and not just hit that 39 coming up across the racetrack.
Sure did.
We told you at the beginning of the day how difficult it is for the wives to watch their husbands get in these cars and risk it all at 200 miles an hour. This is Ryan Newman's car coming to rest.
Look out! He'll spin Mike Wallace, and he's up and over. Wallace gets back on all 4s. The 38 of Leffler is also involved. The race is going to end under caution.
Getting a push from Elliott Sadler. That's where it's all going to start, as he tried to make a move.
Boy, and then he gets airborne.
The caution does not come out right away here. It goes just a little bit longer before it does come out.
Yeah, the 18 was in front at that moment.
Carl Edwards gets spun in that altercation.
Still waiting for official word. Here's another angle.
It's a lot of push and shove. You know, Mike Wallace's car really was out of control the whole race.
And we've just got the official word. Kyle Busch is your winner. Board with Trevor Bayne. And on board with Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Differences, similarities between today's cars and tomorrow's cars. Was there something you liked about it today?
Well, I think a couple cars will probably be.
And Vince is caught up with the man who finished in 3rd place. A great run.
The white flag is out.
They're going to crash.
Sauter with a big run. They're crashing. Christopher Bell upside down.
The back of my eyes hurt, and I really didn't figure it out till I got up this morning and I started looking around, and that was probably bothering me the most. But you know, I was telling you, I went for a run this morning just to try to get some blood flowing and kind of loosen everything up, and I feel pretty good now. I mean, overall, my whole body's.
Come off the corner, the car got light exactly like I was talking about. Man, it went over too. I was right. Dang it. A lot of good cars.
Denny Hamlin with a spin there, not sure.
Going down the back straightaway, he makes a move or gets help from behind, and the car goes into the infield air. It just lifts right up off the ground. Violent.
Oh, look out! Elliott's gone. Keselowski, Reddick, 2 playoff drivers in this wreck, and the car goes over. Tyler Reddick has flipped.
Yep, I'm good.
Sanchez will try to work both. Oh, trouble.
And there's a crash. Caution is out. The race is over. Trucks up in the air. Nick Sanchez leading. When the
clean air. Oh, a big wreck. Huge contact.
48 is involved. That's Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Now up and over goes the 27. So Jeff Burton sliding on top.
Somebody's going to get you. Just hold tight.
The Xfinity Series. There goes the one to the outside of his teammate.
Through the middle of the 21. Oh, my goodness.
Mayer is turned. He's upside down. The caution is out. And now the question becomes, who was leading at the time of caution? Oh, my goodness. Second straight year.
Sam Mayer back on his wheels. That's good.
We've had a spectacular.
Going to come with a huge shove.
They are 2 and 3 wide behind him. Crossover.
Here he
That's
comes.
Austin Hill in the 21. Big crash. Up and over. Caution is out. That's Myatt Snyder.
A pack like this, especially when you're a rookie. Oh, there it goes.
In the middle.
Oh, no.
Austin weighs himself and upside down is the 45 of Majeski.
Let's hope he gets back on his tires here.
That thing's square on the roof. What a shame.
Big run right there. You saw what he did.
Oh, around goes the 60. Austin Cindric wrecking in front of the crowd. Daniel Hemrick's caught up. Tyler Reddick, Cindric, barrel rolls.
When you're done, top one.
Lands back on his wheels.
Race, but they did settle down much better.
Back straight away. A big hit, and Jimmy Johnson goes spinning.
down. Busher. Oh, man.
Chris Buescher on his lid and lands back on his wheels. Caution.
Oh, man, we saw 4 wide off the corner over there. I was afraid of this.
Oh, boy. Stanley Steamer.
Whoa, there's.
And around she goes into Kenseth.
Oh, gosh.
Up in the air and into the wall hard.
Man, Kenseth. Man, I thought he was going to catch the catch fence back there. The way it landed was.
I am not believing that.
Guts into the wall. 3, 4 cars around. One on its roof. 59 and a half great laps. And then this. Clint Boyer got enough air time to qualify for his pilot's license right here. Unbelievable. Did a barrel roll and came right back down on its wheels.
I'm the owner of that 15 car, and I thought I saw him flipping.
Clint Boyer made it up and over. Some hard hits there, folks. He tears that car up pretty badly before it's all over.
Outside lane hanging tough here on the restart.
Oh, here we
got
go.
trouble. That's Casey Kane that goes sideways. Joey Logano nowhere to go.
Oh, my.
Clint
Half the
Boyer
field
through
is
the
gone.
grass. The big one at Daytona has happened at lap 97.
That is the huge one at Daytona.
Justin Allgaier.
Oh, the
Denny
18
Hamlin,
gets on its roof.
and Kyle Busch rolls upside down.
Wow.
See the 26 car of Cole Witt, the 38 of David Gilliland.
Just having a good old time over here. Just hanging around. Okay. Just stay buckled up. Let them get you flipped over here.
That's Kyle Busch.
Oh, there they go. There we go. There was no way.
Oh, it's Kurt Busch up and over. Boyer's in it. Bobby Labonte's in it. Stremmy's in it. Jeff Gordon down to the grass.
Nothing else coming from behind you.
And Kurt Busch went over and over.
Right here, the 51 car, Owen Stenhouse squeezes to the outside.
And that's Yaley in the 36.
And that shoved Yaley down. And look at that 78 car upside down and then lands on top of Ryan Newman's 39 car.
Bobby Labonte involved. So it was Stenhouse, the rookie, trying to go 4 wide on the outside, running out of room with his number 17.
Yeah, and running out of time. I mean, he's, desperate. And you see the 36 move down just a little bit. And Yaley and Stenhouse thought he could squeeze by on the next to the wall, and he just couldn't make it. And this gets ugly. Watch this thing.
Right on top of Ryan Newman.
Hadn't Ryan Newman had cars on top of him before here?
I think the 2009 race.
I think you're right.
Brad Keselowski and Carl Edwards coming to the checkered flag.
Boyer's 15 comes up, clogs the track. Both Labonte brothers involved. Stremme.
Jamie
Number of those
McMurray.
smaller teams on the way to a good finish here.
Jeff Gordon sliding down through the mud.
Now watch the 36. The red and white car comes up just a little bit. And that contact with Stenhouse was enough. Then he comes down into Ambrose, and it's on.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. in that 88 just squeezed by.
There's Danica. She almost went over.
You see Danica up and against the wall with Terry Labonte.
Michael Waltrip in the 55 just barely squeezed by.
Let's ride with Danica. J.J. Yaley with Matt Yoakum.
He's pulled the car back in the garage area, and JJ, you've seen several different versions of what took place. Tell me from your vantage point.
I was trying to win a race, and went to the outside and had a great run. Almost got to the lead there the previous lap, and as we were going back straightaway, you know, Regan kind of side drafted me, and we were just kind of going along fine. And the next thing you know, I got hit in the right rear corner, got me sideways, and spun me back across the pack. And it looks like the Stenhouse just went the outside, and just not enough room out there, and just enough to clip me, get me loose, and then it was on from there, a little carnage. But you know, we were trying to feed the kids, trying to win a race, and had a really good run going for Golden Corral, and unfortunately, we got a tore race car now.
All right, thank you, JJ.
Thank you.
Tough break for that 36 small two-car team of Tommy Baldwin, and a tougher break for Kurt Busch. All drivers have climbed from their cars and are okay.
That is 3,300 pounds of race car flipping through the air like a feather.
But Darrell, it definitely looked like Stenhouse thought that Yaley had made just enough move to the inside that it was going to open up a big enough fold for him to get that 17 car.
Remember what we said in the opening? When you make a move, finish it. And that's kind of where I saw that 36. He started to make a move, but then he hesitated. Stenhouse didn't, and we get this big mess.
You're with Dale Earnhardt Jr. Whoa.
What a view. Looking back, Danica's car, the 10 back there, almost went over.
Trouble off
Trouble,
turn
big
four.
trouble.
Newman slams the wall.
Man.
Comes Schrader, and Newman is in the air and over. Ryan Newman, last year's Rookie of the Year. The rear end ripped from the car.
Labonte blocks Bobby Hamilton.
Cannot believe it.
Contact. Bobby Labonte's over. It's the big wreck on the final lap. They're racing back for the win. Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Tony Stewart are side by side. This is for the victory as Jeff Burton gets in the middle of it. At least 10 cars involved in the wreck on the backstretch. Burton and Stewart are side by side. That's all Earnhardt Jr. needs to see. Dale Earnhardt Jr. has won the $1 million bonus here at Talladega.
Easy around this corner because there's a big crash on the back straightaway.
Bobby Labonte. Labonte comes back down the hill, and now all of a sudden they're 4 wide. And Hamilton gets in the left rear of Bobby Labonte's car, and we see the car start tumbling down the backstretch.
And there's not a whole lot you can do. When you're behind that, all you see is smoke and cars go sideways. You just try to hold the steering wheel straight and get through it somehow.
Rode the roof the whole way, never flipped over. Just on the roof, and that's how it rode the whole way down the backstretch. Hard crash for Benson there. Mike Wallace. There's Rusty Wallace in the grass. Ricky Craven.
Yeah. Is that Bobby Hamilton Jr. there in the 4 car?
Yeah.
One more shot. Once again, Hamilton tries to go on the outside. Bobby Labonte, the 18, goes up to block him. They make a little contact, but everything's okay. Then Hamilton drives to the inside, and here they're going to get 4 wide. There just isn't room coming off that corner for 4 wide. And how Jeff Gordon got through that is amazing. The car behind him, Mike Wallace, crashed.
They got within a half a lap of the checkered flag.
Just listen to this.
Sterling Marlin's fuel. He actually got hit, it looks like. He was trying to go straight through it, and somebody got into the back of him and turned him sideways. Oh, man, that was close. That was close.
Buckshot Jones. They finally come to a meeting.
Johnny Benson. Oh. I mean, all you're worried about all this time, what Johnny's worried about is somebody hitting him. Marty?
Garrett on the outside. Oh, trouble. Rudd in the wall, hard. Schrader in the wall, hard. Jarrett the winner, Gordon second, and Rudd on his roof for the second time in the Bud shootout, reminiscent of 1984 when his car tumbled in the air. Ricky Rudd, Bobby Labonte, wrecked.
On its roof toward turn 2, that is Shane Hall.
Shane Hall, Mike Laughlin Jr.'s in it. His car seems to be okay.
Today for the wrong reason. And he is okay.
We've got some photographer took a picture of it up in the air before he came down on his roof. I was just glad this Schrader didn't get hurt.
Off turn 4, it's going to be a drag race all the way back to the start-finish line. No caution. They're side by side, right to the line.
Big crash. Here they come. Checkered flag. Harvick. Kevin Harvick wins the Daytona 500.
We got one car on his roof coming across the start-finish line.
Still wrecking. They're wrecking everywhere. Boyer's on fire. Jeff Gordon's wrecked.
And they are still wrecking.
Montoya, Stremme, Kenseth, Biffle, Marlin.
He's driving. Oh, there they go. Hornaday goes around. The rain cart the kid almost upside down, and he does go on his foot as Ron Hornaday. There just wasn't any way. Hornaday rolls again in turn number 1.
You said it, Michael.
Take another look at this real time.
They're crashing. Rhodes into Crafton.
Damn.
Crafton up and over.
And Kaz Gralla looks to me like will win this race.
I just don't see it happening. That 9 car is in the driver's seat.
Oh, Stenhouse. Stenhouse pounds the wall, but they took the white flag, sponsored by Credit One Bank, under green. Stenhouse.
No caution, is it?
Trying to get away. Yet. Here they come. Chase Elliott, Alex Bowman, Ryan Preece. Logano on the outside.
Oh,
and Byron's around. He crashes. Caution is out.
Heavy impact to the inside wall by the 42 of Larson.
Man. Kyle Larson, Jeffrey Earnhardt with heavy damage, and William Byron. Man. On the last lap.
Well, that was really scary looking. That 42's floating through the air as he made it impact to that inside wall.
That's it. Oh, and around goes a 7. Hard into the outside
the wall.
Buddy, hang on. Hang on.
On the apron, the 21 of Anthony Alfredo was into the wall hard. He's upside down, sliding through 1 and 2. Looks like the 18 back there of Riley Herbst also involved. AMR safety crew will get to Anthony Alfredo quickly here. This will bring out a red flag.
By the way, Dexter Stacy has also climbed from his race car.
So this is Blaine Perkins. You see he's going to get hit. The car's going to catch the air, land right here on the roof, and here comes the barrel roll.
Right when you get sideways like that, it starts to bite, and then off it goes. And at this point, you hope when it's up in the air that it doesn't land on the roof.
Look at the parts and pieces just coming off that race car as it barrel rolls down the back straightaway.
It's at 6-7 times I think I saw that car go around.
Yeah, some big hits within the rolls, right? The revolutions at that speed usually isn't bad. It's the impacts when you come down.
Came out.
Yeah, 3 wide down the back straightaway. Like somebody got in the right rear of Quaffle, and that just piled everybody up. Sieg upside down into the wall.
Wow, what a long slide all the way down to the grass and then flipped back over. Fortunately ends up
car straight. You're not going to let off until it's sideways and uncontrollable.
There you can see. Watch the 7 car get up on its side.
Oh, it's upside down.
All the way upside down.
Underneath Josh Berry.
And it's still sliding on its side all the way down the wall.
Yeah, he's going to finish the race.
Look at that. That is wild. I thought I saw that.
LaJoy, 19th.
Wow. Unbelievable. Oh, it's going to go over.
Finishing second. Blaney tried the top side, tried to get low. Ryan Newman goes around, and the car goes to its roof, and here's the on-rushing Corey LaJoy, picking it up and over. Then the next time around, this happens. You know, we talked about rivalries and about the gloves coming off.
Well, you know,
I think they have.
Denny Hamlin and Keselowski in the Nationwide Series have had a little run in. Matter of fact, Hamlin spun Keselowski out, similar to that same situation at Homestead in the last race last year. This is a young man in that 12 car that has not made a lot of friends.
33 lead lap cars as Paul Tracy just made a stop 1 lap down. Crash. Car upside down. Start finish line. It is Stewart.
Daniel Quinn in the 50 got into it.
I don't see anyone else, but Stewart has taken a wild ride.
Well, Rusty got through it.
Here we go.
Harvick slides up in front of traffic.
Cars upside down, cars everywhere.
And turn 4 is Calamity Corner once again.
Fast, very fast.
And what's at stake for him here? He's
trouble.
Contact on the backstretch. It's Michael Waltrip and now Brian Vickers. Robbie Gordon, 31. The time. Waltrip's over. 1, 2, 3 times for Michael Waltrip.
Well, there's the big one right there. Took a lot. There's a lot of good cars right there. Is that Sterling Marlin in there?
40 cars in it. That's Michael Waltrip's car upside down.
Shattering qualifying lap, 200.503 miles an hour in the Harry Ranier Chevrolet. But then, lap 2, winds gusting to 40 miles an hour. Catch Yarborough in turn 3. And in turn 4, big trouble. Yarborough Chevrolet was totaled. A backup short track Pontiac was shipped down from Charlotte.
Have gone by. Things go by very quickly. Oh, wow. Wow. That car is singed badly.
One another back and forth. We've got trouble in the first turn. A bad accident. Gene Glover's number 71 car flipping end over end. The other car, Jarrett, car number 8. Oh, car trouble. Here it got it. Spinning, crashing. That is the Trevor Boyce car. In big trouble out of turn number 4. It's a hard
side of the track. Jeff Bodine out of control. Jeff Bodine, the Levi Garrett Chevrolet. Jeff Bodine with a wild ride. He's on. Well, now the car rates it.
Trouble. Ricky Rudd slamming toward the wall, crashing, rolling over.
We're running in a tight little pack. There wasn't a lot of cars in that race. It was like 12 cars. And I remember.
A.J. Foyt, 1972 Daytona 500 champion, has come to second. Remember a year ago, Foyt flipping 6-7 times down here in turn number 1, side over side.
You'll see that big puff of smoke down there. You'll see a car to the left go into the grass area to avoid an accident. That's Doc Faustina in car number 5. However, if you look to the right of your screen, you'll see a car tumbling, actually barrel rolling right down the straightaway. Parts flying off the car. It's car number 55, driven by Johnny Banks of Windsor, Ontario. Now, amazingly enough, although the car was totally demolished, Johnny Banks was taken to the hospital. Report on him, he's in good condition. Isn't that amazing, Jackie?
The yellow is out again.
More trouble in the S's.
Look out! Goldsmith flips in the first turn. He takes A.J. Foyt with him. Roberts and Lorenzen just squeeze by. Miraculously, Goldsmith and Foyt are not injured. Safety equipment, seat belts, shoulder harness, and roll bars kept Goldsmith from even getting a scratch. Smoothly and easily, but there goes Junior. This skid is the last skid for this kid. He takes the back way out. Look at him driving traffic. Look out! It's Russ Trulove flipping at more than 90 miles per hour.
Speed and Darrell Waltrip, though they are not running with the leader, continue to keep pace with the leader. Where's the problem? In the first turn, a car slams the wall, flipping end over end. A terrific accident here. More cars spinning, more colliding with the wall. One car completely airborne and...
Oh, level and in trouble is 07 LaJoy. Randy LaJoy slamming into the wall. Randy LaJoy out of Norwalk, Connecticut, destroying his automobile.
Chad Little. He can help somebody, and he can hurt somebody.
Yep.
Which,
here we go.
Yeah,
Todd Bodine.
Ooh,
Bad one.
bad.
Lap 109.
Let's see who's going to win.
Earnhardt on the inside and Sterling Marlin outside.
And Ernie going with Earnhardt down on the inside. That's going to hit. Oh, big time trouble.
Terrible crash. Run in the field, all torn up. Earnhardt's number 3.
Let's show you Dale Jarrett's view. Well, that showed you which car was upside down.
We're out there.
From Mark Martin's roof cam.
into the tire barriers. That's Steve Park. This is at the exit of turn number 2. Overturns completely in the air, comes down on all 4.
Look like those guys at the X Games, the way they do those skates.
White flag. White flag is out. 2.6 miles to go. Oh, trouble. Trouble. The big one on the dinger, on his lid. Side over side, end over end.
Kevin Harvick's going to win this race.
Actually ended this race. But Jimmy Johnson got out of shape first there. It saves it. And right behind him, everybody starts getting together. Looks like Tony Stewart forces Allmendinger upside down.
Boy, and that, thank goodness, the safer barriers on that inside wall.
Yeah, and we've seen in past that when something happens behind the leaders, that NASCAR's let these guys race.
And there goes Daniel Hemrick off the bumper of Sheldon Creed. And this is the big one here at Talladega.
Oh, my. Got one upside down. Is that Daniel Hemrick?
That's Hemrick upside down.
Most of the field is caught up in this wreck. Only a handful of cars are driving by us right now. I hope Daniel's okay.
Second time.
Obviously not the case for the 7, Jeff. This will get NASCAR's attention more than perhaps anything. There'll be a lot of questions and a lot of work done after this accident.
Oh, there's been so much time spent on this to prevent it from happening, but, you know, obviously more work to do.
All right, this is riding along with Corey.
No thanks, Rick.
So the one thing is very successful about this, if you look at the structure of the roof, it is intact. You can hardly see that the roof has collapsed at all. And that is a major difference in this car. In the older car, we'd see some roofs that have collapsed. In this car,
For Kyle Busch, what lane is he going to block? The outside lane, down the inside lane is going to come.
Here comes the inside lane. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. back to the front. Another hood flap flies off. Oh, around comes the 18. The 42 collects the 17 as well. The 62 upside down. Brendan Gaughan upside down as he went back in front of the pack.
We're wrecked here, guys.
And the big one happens right at the front of the field.
It just hooked him.
look at Brendan Gaughan just flipping right over.
It's like the nose of that Chevrolet just can't quite push them straight. It just can't do it.
Yeah, the 17 goes up to side draft. I don't think that affects the 18. It's the one just pushing his brother. It peels the 18 off to the right. It looks a lot like the 24 accident. Look at the 62, a full flip back on its wheels, thank goodness. Instantly stopped the flipping, put the car back in position. But a huge, huge accident.
You wonder though if the side force, like right here, if the side force didn't help push the car off and roll it off the front bumper, right? Yeah. Just the air moved it to the right. Because he's trying to pull him back. Yes, and just moved it, and then that helped with that pointed nose of the Chevrolet, the combination of the two.
Oh, this shot right here.
Yeah.
Coming right at you. Look at this 62. It looks like a toy car. It doesn't look real.
3,400 pounds. Remember that. These things are almost 2 tons.
Well, you know. Time to be greedy.
There he goes. Oh, here we go.
Oh, upside down.
Side.
Well, AJ, that was a humdinger.
Yes, it was, and that's there he is upside down, and I hope he's all right. I see him moving around in there.
Oh, Briscoe gets loose. Austin Wayne Self around. Heavy contact with the 99 of Peters up and over.
Casey Mears. Ooh, gets tagged
and nowhere
hard.
for Dale Earnhardt Jr. to go in that 88 car.
2 more cars hard in the wall behind them.
One is Hornish.
Someone has run underneath the 5 car, it looks
The
like.
other's Reed Sorensen, and Mears ends up on his roof.
It's Sam Hornish in the 77, because I knew the car just picked up off the ground all of a sudden.
You couldn't even see Hornish from our angle.
Dale Jr. okay after running into his Hendrick Chevy teammate.
Boy, there's a fire over there, guys. Boys need to get out of those things.
He's 13th. He said it was that win.
Oh, trouble. Out of control goes Kenseth.
And over on his roof.
Get back on the wheels. Here goes Kurt Busch around.
Crash behind you. Crash.
Mark's upside down.
Mark Martin is over on his roof.
Back on his wheel.
Into the wall. Casey Mears, Rudeman is there. Reagan is there. Robbie Gordon, Jeff Gordon.
In the 4th position, he looks to the inside of Todd Bodine. Todd comes down the hill, forces him to the inside. The air gets underneath the truck, turns it over. One revolution, and then back on 4 wheels. What a ride!
What a ride! He needs to make sure he doesn't go. Yeah, Dennis gave him a little shot.
Wow! Completely over. Here goes Terry. Boy, Terry had a wild ride through the grass.
Doing what he's doing. He's just mirror driving all over the racetrack.
Oh, trouble. Elliott Sadler over once and a half and on his roof. Now the car tumbling hard onto the pavement in turn 3. Caution is out.
A terrible trying to crowd down to the bottom.
Knowing he's going to go to the bottom of the racetrack.
The 54 car.
Yeah, Kevin Grubb is involved. So is Casey Kane.
Yates's car, Casey Kane, 98.
Whoa, trouble.
Boy,
the 2 car upside down. It's the big one.
Oh, boy, who is that still flipping?
Sauter. It was Johnny Sauter.
They're still getting upside down. Cars driving under cars.
There's not anybody left.
Mark is off into the infield. Another car ball over on his lid. It's Parkindale Jr. Terrible crash.
Everybody else is trying to find a place in line, and big trouble in the air. Goes Mark Martin on his roof. No, that is not. It is Ward Burton, excuse me. Jim Bound is in the wall. Phil Parsons has spun. Tommy Houston spins.
You see, he's already hit the tire. You see the tire there, right at the bottom of your screen. That's what he hit that catapulted him up in the air. Look how gently the thing just sat right over on its side. I can't believe it.
He just got in way too hot. You see, now he's in the gravel, no way to stop that truck. It hits the tire wall, climbs it, gets into the fence, and almost into the parking lot on the back.
Big flip, big roll. Now, tire walls are a mixed blessing, and anybody who's road raced a lot has been into their share.
Bodega, an easy Sunday drive can turn sideways in the blink of an eye, like Neil Bonnet's ride back in 1993.
He shuffled way back. Here they come off the 4th corner. Ernie Irvin leads them down now. Is he going to win the Winston 500? Jimmy Spencer is second. They come through the tri-oval. Checkered is waving. Ernie Irvin wins and Rusty spins and gets airborne. And flips wildly right at the start-finish line. Very reminiscent of his accident at Daytona.
Oh, man. That is too bad. Come on, brother. Let's see.
What a way.
Yeah, he's moving. I see him moving around in the car. I saw it there. We see his head moving around.
Yes, we do.
Thank God. He said on the radio that he was okay. Oh.
Okay, they're entering turn number 1, Ken, and it looks like somebody got into the wall and then came back down into the other cars, and then there is a car going over the wall. It's a red car. It could be the car number 32 of Jimmy Horton. We think that's who it is, but we're not absolutely sure. And there's Rick Mast coming in there, the car number 37 of Loy Allen.
And there are the remains of the car that went over the wall.
And it looks like someone standing there with a helmet, Ken. Real time as it happens.
It looked like made some contact.
Uh-oh, we've got a problem.
Contact there, for sure. Darrell Waltrip and Joe Ruttman. Waltrip's car gets on his roof and over and over.
Darrell Waltrip tumbling down the backstretch in what appears to be a very, very serious crash. Joe Ruttman, the other car involved in that incident.
Almost touched Allen back and forth. Yeah, I think they did touch a little bit there going into turn one.
Oh, and Lake Speed is
on the roof.
Flipping down the backstretch. The car rolling over several times.
Dave Marcus involved in it. Looked like Jimmy Spencer's car was involved. Here comes Hut Strickland spinning around.
Different agendas on those pit stops. Denny Hamlin took 2 tires that time. On Nemechek took 4 as Nemechek goes by Hamlin or tries to.
It's not going to work. It's not going to work. Here we go again, boys.
And up and over goes Casey Mears.
What a day. I don't think I've ever seen it. I don't know. I've been here, coming here for 30 years. I've never seen a day like this.
That was ugly. Hamlin got turned and squeezed up into 2 cars on the high side.
Johnny Sauter, he won at Daytona earlier this year. Can he do it again? They wreck behind him. They're rolling behind him. Now the 88 spins. Thor Sport is going to win. It's going to be Johnny Sauter that will get the win, but they wreck behind him.
Matt Crafton has not got to the start-finish line yet.
And they're still wrecking. Crafton does slide by the start-finish line. The 32 of Miguel Paluda was upside down. It's on fire.
Reports the team, they think they may have some slight cosmetic damage with the crash.
Trouble in turn 1. Oh, car on its roof. Michael Waltrip. Mark Martin is in it. One of the championship contenders.
Elliott Sadler, the Polson on 38. Heavy damage.
Oh, trouble. Multi-car wreck in the front of the field. Oh, and Scott Riggs on his roof. Oh, Riggs. Man, there's been a lot of cars getting on their roof lately.